So we're going to be about that Illinois sheriff who says he won't resign in the deletion of Sonya Massey, even though he's responsible for hiring Sean Grayson, who had a bad track record. You know, I always have to choose my words careful because you know how these streets be looking and watching, powers that be. But you know, you know, you know that, like, when you know how it goes racially, and you know how it is, when you go to a job, they can go through you as far as your name, and of course, if they do background checks, you know how that's gone. But complexion for the protection, for the direction, it ain't always the same case. People get hooked up all the time and they get a pass. Nepotism, okay. And so, but frenetism and complexionism, they should call it complexionism because that's how a lot of stuff gets passed. Let's keep it 100. Because you ain't got to necessarily be blood, but you got to have the same overall cosmetics. That's a nice, polite way of saying some things. You can read between the lines because this situation here, and this sheriff is not going to give up his job. No, sirree, Bob. I am not going to leave my position. It's not our fault about Sonya Massey. That's what he's saying. Did you ever think that they ever want to be held accountable when you knowingly knew somebody should have never had that job? Somebody never should have been in that position, and then they put all y'all in a bad light. You see, why this comes off so heavy and so wrong is that, you know, when it was a black candidacy or something, the last one hired, first one fired. But in this situation, oh well, it's just a bad apple, but business as usual on Monday, and we'll just dust it off. It was a bad apple, and we hopefully time will heal and we'll ignore it. That has what has been acceptable, what I call systematic institutionalized racial behavior, which has allowed this to manifest in a way that it's normalized. And then you get the defiance of the sheriff talking about, I'm not resigning and I'm going to get my pension and all my funds and I'm going to retire off and I'm going to pass it on. And no one is going to question what I did. Even though, from a morality perspective and a human perspective, I am never shocked or surprised. Never. Never. And I tell you, as I will always say, the ghost of Emmett Till haunts my psychics because though that was before my time, I'm reminded of that face. And I remember when Carol Bryant passed away and there was never no justice or people being held accountable. Now, if I'm told correctly by the United States how they have accessories to situations, an accessory is held accountable. So the sheriff would be held accountable to get sued because if you can't get justice in the courts, you could probably, yeah, you green lighted this. You didn't properly background check or do those preliminaries like you're supposed to. This is still happening today. It should not be. Should be more technically found and sound. However, this is still normalized because it's called privilege and because you can do and say what you want, how you want, as long as it's complexion nepotism. That's a twofold word that you can put. And that's about way that I would describe it because this should not have happened. Not if all things were done the way they're supposed to be. And it's the same old same Jim Crowism. And with the technical aspect of it, you would think, you know, this was 100 years ago, that would have been legalized. 70 years ago, legalized. 60 years ago, pretty much legalized until the civil rights and everything got passed. Point I'm trying to make is This is, accountability. But what does that mean? What does it mean? Because the sheriff is not trying to take any. They'll say it's the one bad apple. My hands aren't dirty. My hands are clean. I wash my hands of them. Good luck to what happens to said situation. Until if they get hit with a lawsuit and everybody's accountable, wouldn't it be something if these these agents, places, and towns and counties got hit with a lawsuit and they were held accountable? And that meant their pension and bonuses and all that would be frozen. And then that trip into the sun when they retire becomes maybe a trip to Alaska on a ferry. If you're lucky and you were freezing or you stayed warm the best you could, wouldn't that be something if it was actually a balance? Wishful thinking. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. And please hit that membership because when you do whatever request videos that you have, I will bring them forth. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay up, stay calm. I'm back. Peace.